So let's take a look here. Here's your original swing on the left. Now, basically what happens here, golf swings, the best way to understand them is without getting all super technical, too many things going on, is energy. And energy means is how do we move and not do it in negative energy, which is mean if you say slow down, stay down, or don't move, keep that here, or don't sway. These are negative thoughts. We want to do something, we're replacing, we're not restricting. So we need to move other things. There are 6 things we could possibly move to hit a shot. You have your hips, your shoulders, and your wrist. And then we have our arms, and we have our legs pushing off the ground. That's like what we call walking. That's a force. And you got your core muscles in there. That's where we're going to get that real power from. Your natural motion when we swing back, you're going to see is you will shorten your swing for a couple reasons here. Is that when you swing back, you're going to hit with your hands. In other words, this is where you're going to go here. This is going to feel safe, because if you feel like you make a shoulder turn, the way you're trying to make a shoulder turn, you're going to get stuck. Because your natural motion is you kind of twist the hip and the shoulder, and then you kind of get jammed here, and then your hands go right there, and that's kind of what we call your safe length right there. And right there, you're going to just take your hands and you're just going to just try to hit it as hard as you can. And the problem is you can't get a lot of speed from there, so your body has to pull away from the thing that you're trying to hit. So you're going to feel all that energy working away from your hit. So we can't get any club head speed into that hit, so we have to work on how do we make a backswing. Now, if somebody says make a bigger backswing, that will not work, because you would twist more, you would lose your balance more, you would hit it worse. Then you go back to what we call that safe feeling where you can make contact. So how do we do that? Well, that's what we're going to do is here. We're not going to feel, we're going to focus on the shoulders or the hips at all. I got you to feel there's some tension here in your core muscles. We're going to feel like we're going to move from there. You're also going to feel pressure from the ground, meaning if you push off the ground as we're walking, that is a ground force that will push your core. So we're going to push here. Now the arms, the key thing I wanted you to feel is that this arm is just going to stay naturally extended, and this back arm is the key to this whole thing for you. It needs to fold. It needs to bend like we're going to throw a ball. And what happens is when you move the feet and push and you move your core, you'll see your body move from in here. It's starting to move, and that arm folds. That creates a simple backswing for you. And over here, you're getting right here, and you can see how you don't see your back. Now, I didn't really tell you to turn your shoulders. I really just say kind of move from your core and let this arm fold. But the one thing we do want is to keep this arm kind of out there extended, not rigid, but do extended, but that's not bad. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move backwards forward. You'll see if I go back and forth, you'll see that your legs are moving or pushing energy. And as you can see, your core and arms and hands go back to the T. We're hitting this T. If we can hit that T, everything's fine. So now you're feeling a different energy source. So I'm getting you to feel your core muscles, your arms, that right arm needs to fold and unfold, and that gives you that sense of hit. And I have the bag there sometimes, and we're going to hit that bag as a feeling of a force. So we're going to feel like we're getting that feeling, which I'll get into a second. So mainly we're going to get over here, we're going up and back down, and feel that core, arms, and hands, and fold and unfold until we hit that T. Hit the T every day, let you know that everything's okay. If you can hit the T like you did here, it got launched up in the air, and your arms extend. You see how you fall away from the shot because you're stuck. And here you see how you stay down to the shot, that your head stays down your body. So we want more of that feeling in the swing, and that brings you up to a natural momentum. Now the swing, the drill we did. Let's take a look over here. The one drill we talked about. Besides hitting besides hitting tees, what we want is get that power from those 3 things. You can see here in this drill, I have put my arm across my body right here, and I'm hugging my arm, and this is the important part for you. We're hugging this part of your arm to your core, which is here. The other part of your arm is folding up and down. See that? So that is a folding that we want. That's my power. So this is what you want to feel in your swing. You want that to go up and down. So you can see here, that's the up and down. And you want to feel like you're hitting, if there's a that bag, feel like you're hitting the bag, that's a force. Up, down, and that's your hit. So we're moving from the core, legs are pushing, this back arm folds like we're throwing a ball, and we're just gonna feel that it unhinges like you're throwing straight down. That's all the force we need into the swing. We're working from that feeling, and the momentum brings you up to that feeling. So that's a good visual drill for you. You can turn the club upside down and just kind of lightly hit a pillow, a comforter or something. You don't have to hit it hard, but just kind of feeling that up and down feeling. And that's the opposite of when we first started over here in this swing. See, this is the opposite. You're twisting from your hips and your shoulders, and you got that short arm swing. So that's where we want to stay away from that. And we want the arm put down, fold, hit the bag with a force.